right, everybody, we're back. My first guest tonight is one of the most popular music artists around. He has 13 Grammy Awards to his credit. His new album, Brand New Day, is in stores now. Please welcome Sting.
I'm great now.
You're good now. You had low self-esteem until you got that.
Until I got here.
You never got.
It's amazing what it does for you.
It's
when
nice.
a room full of people are pleased to see you, that really brings
I've never had that.
Yes, you have.
Now tell me, how was your, I don't understand, you are, of course, English. I don't know, do you have Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
We don't have Thanksgiving.
I feel a fight's about to break out.
You're thankful for leaving England, right? God. Actually, we're thankful you went. No.
Ireland. They kicked us out of Ireland.
We have Ungrateful Day.
Ungrateful Day.
We sit around and grumble all day. And
that's very nice.
Grumble about the food and the government.
Things like that.
It's the British holiday.
We should have that here, Ungrateful Day. We have that the day after Thanksgiving when we realize how much we hate our families.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very sad. Now, true. You'll see. Stop fighting right now as you're watching. Now, we have a lot to talk about tonight, but Sting, if you can get through the entire interview without mentioning the rainforest, tell him what he'll receive, Joel.
If Sting doesn't mention the rainforest, he'll receive the classic blend blender from Proctor Silence. It purees, it liquefies, and it grinds. Try it today, Sting. You'll be glad you did.
You gonna try for it?
How much is that worth, that blender?
That could be worth, it's no $1 million bra.
Like
Let's put it that way.
$19 or something?
Oh, not even. That's like a $44 blender.
That's a $44 blender?
That's a good blender, though.
I think I'm going to go for the blender.
All right, good. Let's try. Let's go for it. Watch the entire interview, and we'll see what happens. Now,
He's back in the hotel room.
You can make chili up there. It'll be great. Now, you're famous. You have a great voice, and you can sing very high. Have you ever tried? And a lot of your songs, that's a trademark. Have you ever tried singing really low?
I'm actually working on the lower register.
You are?
Yes, yes, I am.
Can you try? I mean, can you give us a version of a lower register?
Well, when I sing Roxanne, which is my first hit record. Exactly. I can do a lower version.
You do it just, okay.
Roxanne, you don't have to put on the red light. Those days are over. You don't have to sell your body to the night.
Very nice. So, when did Satan enter your life? I'm just curious.
It was Barry White.
Oh, Barry White, okay. I think probably the most famous, this is, but it always comes up in interviews. I know you're probably tired of talking about it, but I'm sex obsessed, so I'm going to go for it. You have talked about tantric sex.
Only once.
You talked about it once, but that is enough, my friend.
Yes, I know.
That tantric sex, that through this practice, you are able to have sex for a really long time without climaxing.
Yes.
Okay. What's the longest that you've been able to go?
3 days.
3 days?
Yeah.
Are you eating? Like...
I've actually given up tantric sex, I have to tell you that.
You gave it up?
I'm trying to get my wife into tantric shopping.
Just to go.
Now that's where you go shopping for 5 hours and you don't buy anything.
Really? Yeah. That would be valuable.
She doesn't like it.
She doesn't like it.
Hates it.
She will learn over time. But is it? I'm fascinated by that because I've had sex for like 5 hours once, but 4.5 of it was apologizing, and I was curious is it? How do you train yourself to do that? Is it mental? Is it teaching your mind to think about other things?
Of course, it's mental. No, not other things, but just concentration.
Because I've always heard, you got to think about baseball or something kind of unpleasant. No. What are you thinking about then?
Do you really want me to go into this?
Yeah, teach me, Sting.
Your job as a man...
My job as a man...
is to give your wife... Well, you're married? No, you're married.
No, not married, no.
Well, when you get married...
Yeah. Wait a minute.
When you do get married.
Is this the Sting of the 1950s?
Absolutely.
There is premarital sex sometimes.
There is? Still?
Well, not yet, but soon, I hope. I like this Sting. If you get married one day, you'll experience sex.
But your job is to give your wife as much pleasure as she can tolerate.
Yes.
Yeah, you see? Women know.
Women know. Okay, so that's the job.
That's the
So
job.
it's all mental. There's no physical exercise or anything
I
involved.
think you've got to be fit.
Okay, let's move on. I've read that you consider yourself a sensitive man. You're a sensitive man. You must be if you write these great songs. Are there songs that make you cry? Is there ever a situation where you hear a song on the radio, a certain song, and it makes you weep?
Every time I hear Britney Spears, I cry. I'm very sensitive.
Backstreet Boys?
Yep. I moan.
You caterwaul. Okay, very
I'm
nice.
just jealous, actually.
You are?
Yeah.
They're doing quite well. Well,
I know.
come on, 13 Grammys? That's twice as many Grammys as I have. That's amazing. Which, if you do the math, is impossible.
And the half Grammy goes to
Conan O'Brien. I won that half Grammy twice. I've read that there are rumors, and I probably started them, but there are rumors that the police might get back together at some point for a reunion tour, because that's, you know...
The last time we played together was at my wedding, which was 7 years ago.
Right.
And we got on stage, and within 4 bars we were fighting. We hadn't seen each other in 10 years.
Really?
Yeah.
So because a lot of groups, they have that intense period, and then they leave each other, and they mellow, and they realize, oh, that was fun, and they don't have that kind of intensity anymore. You guys still have that?
Well, we still have the intensity, but we still have a great bond.
Right.
We're very fond of each other.
Do you think it's possible that you would get back together again?
I don't see the point. For me, to recreate the past is impossible.
Okay.
Everything's moved on. I'm older, they're older.
How are they doing, by the way? They're fine?
They're doing extremely well.
Okay. All right.
Extremely well.
Did you, I understand that you performed, where did you perform last night? Is this true that Brad Pitt, Jennifer Aniston jumped on stage and performed with you?
They were invited, yeah.
Well, I didn't think they tackled security. Someone get Pitt and Aniston out of here. They've gone insane.
They came and sang a couple of lines of a song of mine, but they were very good.
They were good? They can sing?
They were great. They were great. They'd never really been in that kind of environment before. The audience screaming at them, because they're film actors, you know.
So they're not used to that.
They're not used to that live thing, and they loved it.
That's funny, because Andy and I have not been invited to join you on stage. And
No. However, that's it.
you got a triangle?
But he plays. He's good.
We could fit you in, Andy, I'm sure.
He studied under Josie and the Pussycat. He's the best. Well, I think that's pretty much our interview, and I think you did it. This is a Proctor. So look at this. Look at that. That's the classic blend. That's a 6-speed blender right there.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Andy.
Yeah, you have to sign some stuff before you can walk away. Now, you're going to be back later on in the show to perform for us. You're going to sing the album Sting. Brand New Day is in stores now. Go out and get it. It's always a pleasure having you here. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Sting.
Conan.
Good to have you. Sting, everybody. Heidi Klum is coming up. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.